In a galaxy where war was clean and quiet, fought by machines and algorithms, the arrival of the Deathworlders was a problem no one anticipated. Every species deployed drone armies, shielded mechs, and synthetic tacticians. But when the humans arrived, they brought none of that. No machines, no remote-controlled soldiers, just boots on the ground, blood in their veins, and fury in their eyes. The other races watched in horror as the humans tore through killbots with steel knuckles and war cries. It wasn't strategy. It wasn't technology. It was something far worse, determination. And they'd come to win with their bare hands. Every species deployed robot soldiers until Deathworlders showed up with bare hands. In the 5th year of the Galactic HFY War, battles were fought almost exclusively by machines. Artificial intelligences calculated probabilities. Drones flew in precise formations. Robotic foot soldiers engaged in bloodless skirmishes on distant worlds, transmitting data back to their respective command ships in real time. War, at last, was sterile, until the Deathworlders arrived. Humans, as they called themselves, came from a category, 5 Death World, a classification reserved for planets deemed too hostile to support life, let alone civilization. Their entry into the war was delayed. Some believed they were primitive. Others assumed they would join with more advanced machinery. They were wrong on both counts. The first reports came from the burned-out colony of Vexor Prime. The Harkeen had launched a full mechanized assault, deploying over 400 combat drones supported by AI artillery. The colony was silent within hours. But then something went wrong. The drones stopped transmitting. When scout ships arrived, they found the Harkeen drones dismantled, their titanium casings scattered like broken toys. And among the ruins walked humans, unarmored, bloodied, but alive. The footage stunned the council. A single human male was captured by an overhead drone feed, shoulders broad, face grim, dragging the shattered torso of a Harkeen war droid behind him like a trophy. He looked directly into the camera. He smiled. From there, stories spread like wildfire. Human battalions entering battlefields without exosuits, smashing warbots apart with fists reinforced only by raw muscle and desperation. One report described a human soldier surviving a direct energy blast by diving through the explosion and tearing open the enemy's command unit with a plasma torch. The Zaltari, known for their clinical war records, issued a report titled, Unexpected Resistance. Human kinetic power exceeds machine limitations. It was not just their strength, it was the madness of their tactics. Where other species avoided physical confrontation, humans charged. Where machines calculated, humans gambled. Where others retreated, humans held. One Zaltari captain recounted the Battle of Meridian Ridge. They advanced through a minefield, on foot. Our sentry bots marked 98% mortality likelihood. They didn't care. One of them lost a leg, used it to beat down the drone that shot him, and kept crawling forward. We ordered a full retreat. The galactic consensus fractured. The Yelnari proposed human exclusion from the Accord War on grounds of barbaric conduct. But others, including the battered Kalari coalition, welcomed the Deathworlders. They didn't need perfect warriors. They needed ones who would win. By the 7th year, humans were deployed in strategic units known as hand teams, squads that entered battle without robotic support. Their presence turned the tide in 3 major campaigns. One of the most infamous incidents occurred on the moon of Pelion Theta. An elite Zarak drone legion had dug in with automated railgun emplacements. Human reinforcements arrived, 12 of them. The Zarak laughed. 12 soldiers? Against a fortress? They stopped laughing 3 hours later. Pelion Theta was silent. Human Hand Team 9 emerged from the rubble, dragging the Zarak command node behind them. Of the 12, 5 had died, 4 were wounded, and the remaining 3 carried their injured on makeshift stretchers made from enemy parts. A Zarak diplomat would later whisper in a council chamber, "Their weapons are rage, pain, and something we don't understand, something that turns death into a motivator." The galaxy began to shift. Alliances broke. Armies recalibrated their tactics. AI cores were updated to try and predict human movement, but failed. The sheer unpredictability, the willpower, the refusal to yield, none of it fit clean models. In time, entire enemy species began to surrender when human troops arrived. A Harkeen general once broadcast a message before a key battle. We do not fear machines, but we fear the humans who walk through fire. The humans responded not with threats, but with silence. And then, as expected, with victory. In the closing months of the war, the Galactic Accord's flag was raised not by automated drones, but by a scarred human soldier missing 2 fingers and 1 eye. He stood atop a ruined fortress, surrounded by shattered warbots, blood crusted on his knuckles. He lit a cigarette, looked up at the orbital cameras, and said, "Send your machines next time. Maybe they'll last a little longer." From that day on, no species dared to mock the Deathworlders. Not because of their weapons, but because they didn't need them.